These streets are filthy. Look, blue sky, blue sky. I don't even think that's a song, but I've decided to turn it into a song because I can. I have found a lovely road, which is nice, and I'm going to it purely because there's no cars. That's why I like it so much. Damn you, this Velcro. Oh, that's it, stick my bloody great big dirty finger in your face. Right guys, it is a cold day, it's 3 degrees. It's lovely though, it's not raining, it's overcast, there's some blue skies. But it is the 17th, it is Tuesday the 17th. I have a video, I'm supposed to be uploading a video today, but I am in fact out here at this precise moment in time at 10:53, that's Greenwich Mean Time, out here actually videoing today's video, and there's a reason for that. And strangely enough, the reason is the topic of today's conversation, or at least today's kind of conversation for myself. Yes, I'm going to talk about myself again. Oh no, it's terrible, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to talk to you about ADHD, Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder, for the simple reason is that it's caused me some grief in the last couple of days, in the last few days, in getting this video out, because I've not been able to focus, and my mind has been racing so much. It's been racing like 1,000 miles an hour, it really does. And the worst thing is it creates such a headache that I then can't concentrate even more, and it's like a vicious circle. It is a perpetuating vicious circle. Ironically, ADHD, especially the type that I've got, actually should mean that I shouldn't be able to ride a motorcycle, along with my dyslexia and autism. But the one thing that does calm down my ADHD is riding a motorcycle. So that's actually one of the reasons why I ride a motorcycle. I find it very relaxing, very therapeutic, especially when I'm going slow. Or in fact when I'm going fast. It varies depending on how I feel. But for those of you that don't know, ADHD, Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder, it's a chronic condition. It mainly affects children, but it can also have an effect on adults, and it can have an effect on emotion, behaviour, and ability to learn new things. Okay, so there are actually 3 types of ADHD. There's an inattentive type, a hyperactive impulsive type, and a combination of both. Now everyone is different, and it's not uncommon to actually have 2 people experience these symptoms completely different. For example, behaviours in boys differ from girls. Boys may be more hyperactive, while girls may be quietly inattentive. If you have a predominantly inattentive ADHD, which is type 1, you may experience symptoms of inattention, more than those of impulsiveness and hyperactive. You may struggle with impulsive control or hyperactivity at times, but they aren't the main characteristics of inattentive ADHD. People who experience inattentive behaviour often miss details, are very easily distracted, get bored very quickly, and have trouble focusing on a single task. Yeah, like I do. They also have difficulty in organising thoughts, and learning new information. I lose pencils, paper, other items needed to complete tasks. Yeah, that's something I always tend to do. Don't seem to listen, and move slowly and appear as if they are in a constant daydream. Processing information more slowly and less accurate than others. More trouble following directions, and more girls are diagnosed with inattentive ADHD than actual boys. And they may be quietly inattentive, so they're actually, obviously, as it says, they are quiet, they don't actually do anything. Now, a predominantly hyperactive ADHD, which is type 2, symptoms of impulsiveness and hyperactive characterise this type of ADHD. People with this type of can display signs of inattentiveness as well, but it's not marked as other symptoms. People who are often impulsive or hyperactive tend to squirm, fidget or feel restless, have difficulty sitting still, talk constantly, and for those that do know me, I can't stop talking a lot of the time. Touch and play with objects, even when inappropriate to the task at hand. Have trouble engaging in quiet activities and constantly are on the go and are completely impatient. Act out of turn and don't think about the consequences of actions. Blurt out answers and inappropriate comments. Children with hyperactive impulse type ADHD can be very disruptive in a classroom, and they can make learning difficult for themselves and for others. Now, combination obviously is, if you have a combination type, it means you have symptoms that don't fit inattentive or hyperactive behaviour, and most people with or without ADHD experience some degree of inattentive or impulsive behaviour, but it's more severe in people with ADHD. The behaviour occurs more often and interferes with how you function at home, school, work and in social situations. Oh, this is where it gets a bit bumpy now. Now, the National Institute of Mental Health explains that most children have a combination type ADHD, and most common symptoms in preschool aged children is hyperactivity. And this is like when the kids are running around screaming and everything else. Now, okay, so that's kind of give you a brief kind of overview of ADHD. Now, how has that affected me? Well, as I said, I've not been able to focus at all, and bearing in mind I live with this on a constant daily basis. It's like now I'm riding down this street talking to you, and I'm thinking, cool, look at that sky, and that sky, lovely. Look at those clouds. There's a tower over there. When I should be concentrating and speaking to you guys, but that's how it goes. So that's one of the reasons why I say with my ADHD, with my dyslexia, and with my autism, like technically, on paper, shouldn't be able to ride a motorcycle because it involves a lot of functions, a lot of focus, and sometimes, that can drain me. It can make it very hard, especially if I'm travelling a long distance, and I can get tired a lot easier, which means that my riding can sometimes suffer. I'm not saying I'm not a brilliant rider, because I've got to say, I am in my own right. There are stuff that I can do which I'm quite proud of, but it means that there's stuff that I can't do, and that can kind of affect other people that are riding with me. For example, when I'm going around a corner really fast, that's not something I can do very easily, especially if I'm trying to focus on other things and keep my brain in check, which doesn't always work. I love this road, I really do, apart from the fact that it's nasty and gritty and horrible. But that brings me back to kind of the reason, and you can probably tell I'm suffering really badly because I'm going off on a tangent and all sorts over this bloody video. The whole problem I've had for the last few days is literally my mind's racing. I have so many ideas, but the problem is that all those ideas combined actually give me a kind of creative block because they're all coming through at the same time, and I struggle to focus. I struggle to actually, oh look, there's a doggy, I actually struggle to actually get a specific single idea focused in my brain and go, oh, you know what, I'll do that, or I'll do this, and then sit down and do that. I've got thousands of ideas screaming all at the same time. It's like being in a crowd of people. Oh, this is going to be fun. It's like being in a crowd of people and every single one of them saying, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, and not being able to actually get a single piece of quietness to actually do it. Although saying that now, I'm out on this bike and my brain is actually kind of relaxed and my headache has gone. I have no idea. I really don't know why or how it does it. I tell you, if anybody has got ADHD, anybody experiences that, or knows somebody that's got it or has any suggestions, please feel free, put them in the comments. You know, I'd like to hear your stories. I'd like to hear what, you know, how you cope with specific issues. But yeah. So yeah, I know, a bit of a strange video for today, I know. But then that's just me, that's just the way I am. Imagine what it's like living with me, which is probably why I'm single, because I'd probably be a nightmare to live with. At the same time, I will admit I was actually dumped once for being too exciting and leading a too exciting life. Yes, I got dumped for being too exciting and leading an exciting life. Now luckily I have grown out a few, and a lot of adults with ADHD do tend to actually find that a lot of their symptoms gets easier, but not all of them. With time things get better, and I'm still learning stuff myself, bearing in mind that although I've had a suspicion that I've lived with this for a long time, it's only been in the last few years that I've actually finally managed to get some sort of diagnosis and some sort of assistance and help in overcoming the kind of issues and problems that I have. You might have to forgive me in a second, because I've got to remember which way to go, and I think it's left. No, it's right. Oh, bloody hell, look at that. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Look at this. Lovely, lovely roads with a beautiful blue sky. So, guys, I really do. I appreciate your patience with me, should we say. I hope you like this video. I hope you realise that it's given a bit of an insight into how my daily life goes. I really want to come. One thing I really want to do is I reckon I could create a really good sitcom kind of thing with based around somebody with my conditions, because they all conflict with each other. Which is really strange. You know, I've all got these symptoms, but every single one of them conflicts with each other, which makes it doubly hard to live with. And I think it would be absolutely hilarious. I've got a kind of concept in my mind, but then again, you see, there we go. My ADHD kind of holds me back in the focusing, of being able to sit down and just have laser targeted focus. I'm really envious of one of my mates. He's a lovely bloke, he really is. And I must have, I've not texted him in a while, and I must do. He's got dyslexia, but he's got what I call the nice shiny dyslexia, where he has the ability to have like a laser targeted focus. He can literally kind of target and focus on just the smallest of details, where I have to look at everything. You know, when I'm working, if you ever see me working on a motorcycle, which you will do in the summertime, you will see that I have tools everywhere. They are literally spread everywhere, because that's how my focus works, that's how my brain works. My house, my room, should I say, I had to move out of a house because everything was spread all over the place, and it wasn't so much that the stuff that I had, it was more like rubbish, things that I should have chucked away that I never did, like letters and junk mail and stuff like that. But it was just literally spread all over the place. If you walked into my house represented the state of my mind, which was complete chaos, and that's what it is. So that's why I actually had to move out of a house and into a single bed or a bed set in order to be able to learn how to focus my concentration, and that's what I'm doing. That's another reason why I started with YouTube, was to help me focus, to help me learn how to develop this kind of narrow focus in order to focus on one thing, which I've got to admit, it helps. It's really strange, you know, but that's the way it goes. That's the main general gist of it, and the fact that I've got lots of other major plans that I want to do, but that's like further down the road. That's really, really further down the road. And you know, I also thought this year I would actually take January to learn how to properly set goals and plan, which is what I'm doing. That's again another topic which I'll talk to. But anyway, guys, sorry I've babbled on so much. Sorry if it's confusing or anything else. Let me know down below in the comments what you think. I love to hear your comments. I love everything. Although, strangely enough, going off on a tangent, see ADHD, I've noticed that my notifications in YouTube have gone very strange, very weird. Because now all of a sudden I'm getting notifications of all the people that I'm subscribing, and they have not got notifications switched on. So I'm not quite sure what's happening there, but it has gone completely bonkers. So I'm letting a van out. It's a Volkswagen camper van. Anyway guys, yeah, thank you very much. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, stalk me on Twitter, and go give my photos some love on Instagram. And I shall catch you Thursday, hopefully with another video, and I can get my focus and my mind calmed down and back to some sort of normality. Or, as I say, normality for me. Cheerio guys, thank you very much. Have a good day, and don't forget, if you're a motorcyclist, please ride safe. It's the Environment Agency.